I was here yesterday morning, and I was surprised that Wayne Frost didn't see any tadpoles or pollywogs in that video. I can't understand that. There were hundreds and hundreds, maybe whoa, fighting over that corn. But anyway, I wanted to show you where the leaves had built up here. This is what happens with a flood, and I have to come by and clean stuff out. So even after a flood, you can end up with the ditches going dry. And I'll be quiet and you'll hear the roar of the water that's going by. I'm going there next. That's where I was, and here's the water going to that southern Zanjadia. And here's the weir. Now after the flood, and you can see there's a lot of water going by it. In the heart of the summer, in the driest season, I catch all that water except what leaks through the weir. But this acts like a fuse. It keeps from ripping out stuff below. Now what I'm going to do, I can't do it really while I'm holding the camera, I don't think. But you know, that sediment builds up right there and ultimately will shut the weir off, just like a fuse is supposed to do. Well, I'm ready for more water to go into the Zanjadia, so I'm going to open it up some. I didn't open it up a lot because the meadow out there, the Zanjadia, is still pretty darn wet. But I opened it up a little bit. But I wanted to show you that here a similar thing has happened. It's built up. I'll clean this out a little bit as well, and it's gone and spilled over that part over there. Well, I'm taking my time down here a little bit, but I'm still incredulous that Wayne Frost said he didn't see tadpoles in, I think it was yesterday's video. Tadpoles, pollywogs, they're synonyms. And here, just so maybe if I get close enough, he can see tadpoles. There are cats for perspective. Not every one of my zanjas is this full, but many of them are. So I said there's hundreds of them. I said thousands, which is probably more accurate, but I changed it to hundreds. All right, so Wayne Frost, you see these? I call those tadpoles. I call them pollywogs. Maybe a view from here, an update from here would be good. This is the eastern Zanjadia, I call it. The eastern pig pasture. And that what's so green there is Pennsylvania sedge. That's not grass. And the tall spiky looking stuff is tussock sedge. Both of those are sedges. But there's stuff in there that the pigs eat by choice. Do you see all these little shrubs coming up? They're autumn olive, I think, for the most part. Some of them may be hawthorns like that. But in any case, I'm letting them come up. As I've said before, I've learned since I read The Hidden Half of Nature, and what they're doing is good. They're pulling nutrients and minerals out of the rocks and bringing them up to the surface. See how many there are? And I know some might be horrified, say you're going to have a heck of a problem later. I don't know. I don't think so. My goats will eat them in the right season. I can cut them off. And I don't use a tractor and a bush hog. This is pretty much fossil fuel free. So I'm not afraid of that kind of thing. I go along with my nippers and prune them back. I'll let them go up into trees. I won't let them just spread endlessly. There's buttercups, I think. Beauty. He enjoys the morning walk. That's Tux. Here you can see a lot more of these bushes volunteering. Again, I'm not positive if they're autumn olive or hawthorns, but I don't care. This is basically rock. This is a mine face. This is terrible soil, what most people would call terrible soil for living things. Bulldozed, no topsoil here. And so it's interesting. It's a new development this year. All those volunteers. There's a box turtle. Very distant descendant, no doubt, of Jim and Jam. There they are. They're marking how far the water came yesterday. Now, it didn't rain last night, so this aqueduct right here is being supplied with surface water. And I'm going to just see how strong the flow is. There's water leaking out both sides into what I'm calling the saddle ditches, but not quite ready to spill out and go around the hilltop. There's not yet that much water, but it's the season to work on that. More later. There's the aqueduct, and here's where it gets its supply from Grandpa Jim Biss. And it is coming the whole way now from back at the natural drain. I lowered this hatch here just a little bit yesterday because Grandpa Jim Biss was leaking, overflowing a little bit back in the woods. And I want that overflow to be here. There's a volunteer walnut tree. And last year, somewhere around here, I saw a volunteer willow clear up here, but I don't know if it survived last year's drought.